guys, and welcome back to Test Drive Thursday. And as you can see, this is episode 52. That means we have been doing this for exactly 1 year. So 1 year of Test Drive Thursday without any breaks, doing it every single week for a year. I just find that so amazing. So thank you for all the support, clicking like, subscribing and everything. And if you're not already, make sure you are subscribed, because I've got a lot of cool things coming on the channel. So yeah, 1 year of Test Drive Thursday. We're starting the next year right now. So today we're driving the Freightliner FLB by Solaris 36. So this is actually, well, it used to be an ETS2 mod, but it's been sort of transferred to ATS. So I thought, what, not a better chance to take a look at it. So we're in LA, as you can see. Venice Beach is over to my right. So what we're going to do, I'm going to just quickly drive down to the repair centre. Sounds good, this thing. I believe I've put a Cummins engine in it for this little display model. But yeah, the interior is really nice. You can get into the bed if you didn't have a track AR on. This is really nice. Let's try and not get stuck on here. Right, can't really see what's coming. I think we'll go this way. But it's so small, this thing, on the 4x2 chassis. The turning circle is tiny. It's really funny to drive. I really do like it. So in version 3.6 of this mod, which this is, it comes in the Kenworth dealer. You can find it in the Kenworth dealer. It should be straight on there when you turn on. It's a fully standalone truck, and yeah, it's got a lot of minor fixes in this new version. It's got some new accessories. Oh, there we go. And it's also available on quick jobs in 6x2 and 4x2, which is always nice. The thing about quick jobs that I do like is that it gives you, well, you do quick jobs because you can't afford a truck yet. So it gives you a chance to see what trucks you really like, and it's good to have a mod in there because usually they don't have that. But yeah, the interior on this is really nice. They do quite a few ranges of interior, as I'll show you in a second. But yeah, as it's version 3.6 of the mod, obviously they polished out a lot of bug fixes, as I said, and yeah, the textures are really high quality. If we just zoom in here, I mean, look at the wood textures. That dirty trailer, air supply and parking brake. Yeah, it's really nice, all the textures. If we go outside, see, really nice. And they're all customizable. I really do like these textures. It's definitely worth a look at, this mod, if you play on an American truck and want something a bit different, something a bit older. This thing is really nice to go for. Sounds nice also. So now let's head down to repair centre and configure this truck. Okay then, here we are in the truck configurator. So the first thing that you always go to is the cabins, and there is only one cabin available for this, a low cab, but I do believe that you can get some fairings on there to make it available with sort of the box trailers if this is what you're going to haul. But it is a cab over truck, so it's more of a European size, and as I said, look how small the wheelbase is. It's so funny. But yeah, only a 4x2 chassis, very small, as I said. Moving along, okay, this is the engine that we had in just for that drive there. It's a 370 brake Cummins engine. You can go with the Series 12, or you can go up to the Series 15. And yeah, there's some larger cat engines in here. I believe the largest is the 600. With these two, the Caterpillar Series 15 and the Cummins Series 15. You can also go with another variation of cat engine that you want, and these all come with their individual authentic sounding engines. So there's 4 Eaton Fuller transmissions to choose from, and the reason they're Eaton Fuller is, as you can see here, I find that a really nice detail. So you can go with a 6-speed, which I was just rocking then, a 10-speed, 13 and 18 don't work with my G27 H shifter, but I could make them work if I wanted to. but yeah, I usually go with either a 10 or a 6 depending on what I'm loading, how powerful the engine is, but there's 4 to choose from. Moving along, as I said, you've got loads of options for the interior. There's 6 options to choose from. Yeah, it's all really detailed with all these lighting, which I think looks really nice. Most of these buttons down here, as you can see, they're all behind the wheel. They all, or most of them, when you press buttons, they do flick around and they're really nice. So starting with the top, you've got the closed, whatever that means. I'm not sure what the difference is. So you got that there. Moving along, you got a closed older, so an older style wheel. If you wanna go for your completely classic truck, and the detail I really like with this wheel is sort of the say weathered looking Freightliner badge, which is a really nice detail. It makes it feel old. I mean, if they went for a modern logo like that, it wouldn't have the same effects. That is a really nice detail. Closed standard, pretty basic plastic looking wheel. Windowed, I'm not actually sure what the difference is. If we go, window, so window down there, if you want a window down there, you can, and just with the different variations, and it should affect it outside as well. Just checking, yeah, there, and let's go without, yeah, there. So yeah, you can go for that if you want. Paint jobs, it comes with some created paint jobs if you want. Lots of blues, a lot of blue spectrum paints. You got some greens, oranges, reds, any colours you want. You've also got some pre-made metallic colours. Some of these are really nice, including these 2 colours. I really do love those. And you can also create your own custom metallic colour if you wish. And there is also some really nice pure vintage, as they're called. Some really nice pre-made paint skins for you here, and also a Terminator skin, just because. Let's go with that. So there are quite a lot of customization dots, as you can see. I'm not going to go through all of them. I'll just go through some of the main ones. Obviously, you can have your own license plate, as the Americans call it, on there if you wish, or you can go, if you click X, you can also go back to your World of Trucks one. Some fog lights on the mirrors. You can completely configure your bumper. You can go completely mad with the massive boxy chrome look, or you can go with the really classy paint and chrome, which I think looks really nice. You can even put some external lighting if you wish on there. Let's try and find the right dot. That one. Right, so you can also have a front bull bar on here, also with some available lights if you wish. Moving on up, you got a lot of add-ons to have. You can put some add-ons on the mirrors if you want to. They should all light up, yeah. So you can go for some mirror lighting if you wish, or all over the grille. Just put them everywhere. It's yeah, a lot of dots, let's say. Let's try and find exit that thing. Dash cam, right, those are all interior stuff. Right, chrome front mirror, I do find this extremely helpful, and yeah, again, the detail of it, all these metal bars linking around, it's what makes it authentic, putting stuff on like that onto your truck, and it is really helpful when manoeuvring, especially with a cabin like this. I do recommend you having that. Up here you have got the front visor. There's not many options, but you can either have it chrome or paint, depending on what style you're going for. There's your interior lights. You can go mad with your interior lights if you wish. Right, here is the fairing that I was on about. I do like the wing quite a lot, because it does tidy up all this sort of cabling and mess here. It does make it look a lot smarter, or if you want, you can even go for a huge sort of fairing on the top, which some people don't like, but I don't mind it that much. It works really well if you're looking for a box trailer, but to be fair, the wheelbase looks, I don't know, it doesn't look in proportion, if you see what I mean. With the fairing, so I'd probably go with something like that if it was me. Up here, right, where are we? There's quite a lot of pipes that you can go for. Sadly, the images aren't working right, but yeah, there's quite a few that you can go for. You can either go chromes or in aluminium, depending on how you feel, and once again, what style of truck you're going for. I'm trying to find another dot. Right, here we go. once again, if you want to chrome up your truck, you can go for these chrome tanks, and to be fair, they do look really nice in the natural light. On the back, you can also do some tuning up. Some chrome on there if you want to splash on a bit of that. You can go with the chrome down here or without. I do like this sort of customization at the back. It really does finish off your truck really nicely, and again, it's just some tiny details that you'd think wouldn't really make a difference, but they really do. With your wheels, you've got all usual. I'm pretty sure these don't come with this truck. I think they come from the Freightliner mod that I had on a time lapse from last week. But yeah, once again, you've got all of your sort of wheel options if you're going for the DLC, and I do recommend the Progress wheel for this truck. I think it's sort of an old-fashioned wheel, and it works really well. I find, if you'd wish, or you can go with the chrome one of them. I just think it suits this style really nicely. Moving on to the interior, as you can see, there are quite a few dots to choose from. Down here you can go for some magazines or whatever you want to go for, snacks, more snacks, sleeping bag, and all the usual. These are the CC, I believe, add-ons. I'm not sure if that actually comes with this mod though, so I'm not going to go into that with that too much. You can also, these are all predefined spots, so you can have your Pepsi or Sprite or Fanta down there, which really does fit in nicely. You can even have a mug here down there, which it does look really nice, and I have thought about the placement of these, which I do like. Arizona map, just saying. SCS, where is it? So along here, obviously magazines again. There's your mirrors up here. You can go for some air fresheners. There's your visor. You can put some minions on there. Yeah, there's quite a lot of customization for in here. These are all your sat navs that are available in different colours. I'd probably go for that one if it was me. It looks most realistic, or maybe that one. The choice is yours. Up here, right, what we got? An onboard computer. So this, because it doesn't have all the information on here, it's only got your gear here. This will have all your speed and stuff on, so it's a really important, well, not important, but it's a really useful box if you don't mind having something sticking out there. I do recommend that option. Right, what else have we got? We should have a dash cam. Look at that, to record all the mad Americans that will pull out in front of you. And yeah, that is pretty much it for the customization on this. So now I'm going to show you me customizing this truck to my spec, and we'll be back in a few minutes. Okay then, there we have it, my finished configuration for the Freightliner FLB. So I've gone for more of a blinged up chrome truck. I've got the chrome bull bar, the chrome bumper, the chrome sun visor, the chrome tanks, chrome rims, even the wheel nuts are they're a bit mad. So I've gone for more of a show truck. I don't usually go for the show trucks, but yeah, I thought it's time to go for one. And I also went for the window. And I've also noticed if you go for the window interior option, you also get that rear window, which is awesome. You can get into the back and look out, which is really cool. I really do like that feature. And one thing to note is in the time lapse you may have seen me go for a red interior light. However, now when I got it out in the sunshine, or as I was testing them out, I noticed it was a bit too vivid, if you sort of see what I mean, so I went with the orange light. It's a much more softer colour, and it fits much better with those lights. It looks like it's producing the right light, and yeah, so I've gone with that. I'll quickly go through all the displays. So this is the box that I've shown you. You got your cruise control, your gear on there. I've gone with the 6-speed. You've also got how many miles it's done, and I don't understand how it's already done. What was that? 3,444,823 miles, as I've only just got it. But whatever. You got your oil temperatures and stuff, I presume. Fuel, so this can do 2,000 miles on a tank, which is pretty good. 160 gallons. There's your miles per gallon, and then yeah, temperatures and miles per hour. Right, moving down to the displays on the actual standard truck. Once you start it up, I've just got it turned off now. You get a sort of Christmas tree of lights. You've got your indicators on each end. I do find them quite slow, to sort of like an MAN speed. Then you got all your oil temperatures and water level warnings, and yeah, the sort of circly with 3 triangle buttons, that is your parking brake. So you may not have expected that, but see, there's your parking brake, and it also operates it there, which is nice. So bear that in mind if you just put it there again. Right, over to the left, it looks like you got a range of different pressures, oil pressures, and something else that I can't read, it's so small. Over to the right, you got your volts and fuel over there. You can see that, the top right one. And then to the right of the fuel, you've also got your gear selector. Well, not gear selector, but digital output of what gear you're in. The parrot thing, that's an optional extra if you want it, sort of a in-truck speaker thing if you want it. 3 pedals, you can see, so it's a manual. You got some cool things down there, like it says 18 speed, like all different details, which is really cool. They've included something like that, but it's not exactly realistic for my 6-speed, but whatever. So the dials down the bottom, I'll just start the truck up to help seeing this. You got engine start, what's that say? Something else. It's got enter there. Utility engine. Lights and something else. So if I just press the lights on, yeah, you see one of the buttons. Yeah, they're right here. You see it moving about to the left of the air controls. So all moving about there. That's really nice. And for the high beam, you got that button. See, I love the details in here. Next you got the wipers, so they're on the stick there. So you got one stick is sort of the intermediate, and then you've got the faster setting. Right, what else do we have? We have got a retarder there. Well, yeah, there's the engine brake button. You see that moving about? And yeah, that is pretty much it for most of the sort of things inside here. So why not? I'll quickly show you what job we've got set in the sat-nav. So it's an oil tanker, ethane, 14 tons of it. So we've got to drive down to Gallon. It's about a 50-mile journey down to Gallon, and then a couple of 100-mile journey down there. So if we get this in first, I'll give you a quick demonstration on how good the turning circle is on this thing. So if we go full lock, you see how tight that was then? Brake off. Completely fine. I bet we won't even hit that curb. Nope. The turning circle on this thing blows your mind. It is so small. In fact, let's go this way. Yeah, it's really weird driving something with a with a wheelbase that is so small on an American truck. It's cool, but for some reason it doesn't feel right. I mean, it's smaller than most European trucks, but I do really like this mod. As I said, the textures are all really high, the detail is great, the customization is pretty good, and yeah, it comes with some awesome predefined paint jobs, which I really do recommend. And yeah, this was the predefined metallic red one, if you were wondering. It was the lighter red. So yeah, so what I usually do on the Test Drive Thursday episode is that was almost death by Prius. Right, so what I usually do on the Test Drive Thursday episode is I sort of tell you about the truck, tell you how it drives and the textures and stuff, and then I also tell you a bit about the history of the truck. But before I start talking about the history, this thing is pretty responsive. As it's a really short wheelbase, you can put it anywhere, as you can see there. If I was in a bigger truck, it would have been really hard to manoeuvre, but this thing, it's a really good little fun to use. It's sort of like, I don't know how to describe it. It's sort of like a smart car, if you know what a smart car is. It's sort of the smart car of the trucking world. It's just, you can put it anywhere. I'm guessing it'd be great in a city driving it around. You can fit it pretty much anywhere, so yeah, I do like this, the Freightliner FLB. So whilst, when I search for the history of the trucks, I usually find the history quite quickly, but I tried to find Google about the Freightliner FLB, and I actually was struggling to find any information about it. So what I decided to do is sort of give you some information about Freightliner and the history of Freightliner. So the first ever Freightliner truck rolled off the production line in 1942 during World War II, and the company was founded by a sort of a driver, if you see what I mean. He couldn't find the truck that was right for his work, that would give him the most the truck that was best for his business, basically. So he couldn't find that truck, so he thought, I'm going to make my own. So this means the Freightliner company is really driver oriented. They listen to their drivers, they ask them what they want, and they give the drivers a big part in the sort of testing and production of their trucks, to sort of mould their trucks around their drivers. So it's a really driver oriented company, which I do really like. So they're giving the people what they want, basically. So as I said, a lot of testing is done with their customers, and yeah, they're extremely innovative company. As you may have also seen, the Freightliner, is it Innovation or something? The Freightliner, basically it's a self-driving truck. I know Mercedes are also planning on this, and that was also because Freightliner and Daimler are together, Daimler-Benz. But yeah, Freightliner have got their self-driving truck in the works, and yeah, you can sort of see where trucking's going, and it probably will be one day fully automated, which would be a shame. But anyway, back to Freightliner. Let's try and get around this guy. Yeah, you don't have to put much lock on this to turn, like a little bit, like if the tiniest bit, there's no wheel play at all, like tiniest bit, already drifting. It is quite hard to position or keep straight, let's say, and it just squints about quite a lot. Right, just behind the cement tray, look at this guy. It's weird that you can't see your own reflections, I have to say. It'd be nice to see that, but I guess it's quite difficult with mods, but I'm not sure. Does sound nice. I believe I got the Cummins engine in this, but you guys would have seen in the time lapse, so can't quite remember. Stop and go. Right, where are we going? Not many people out today, I have to say. Very quiet. See, as I said, the very innovative company. So the cabover was one of the first ever products to have an integrated sleeper section. So a lot of companies copied this, and yeah, the way I like to look at Freightliner is they're the people who invent everything. It's a bit like an iPhone, right, with the fingerprint sensor in the iPhone that was released in 2013 with the 5S. So Apple released the fingerprint sensor and the iPhone, and now they've put it on all of their devices now pretty much, and a lot of companies have now got fingerprint sensors in their phone. Now, I'm pretty sure they probably wouldn't have if it wasn't for Apple, and that's how I like to describe Freightliner. They sort of put the technology there, they put the ideas on the table, and then people go away, copy, slightly tweak their designs and maybe make them better, improve them. But I like to think as Freightliner as the people who sort of come up with them. They're the founder of these ideas, and that's why I like Freightliner. I do really do. I don't think they produce the best looking trucks, I have to say, but they're not bad. They really aren't bad. I do prefer their cab overs though to their sort of, what should you call them, bullnose. I think so. Bullnose trucks, like the Cascadia and the Century that we drove recently in some time lapses. Yeah, I have been driving the Freightliner trucks in the time lapses for the last couple of weeks. I think I featured the Cascadia in the 50-ton one, and then the other one some time ago. But yeah, they're really nice trucks to drive, and yeah, as I said, they're really smooth, and yeah, they're sort of the creators of these things. Alright, we're at Gallon. Let's go and pick this trailer up. Up here. Sounds good, doesn't it? Parking brake on. So it's 168 miles, not too long, up to Bakersfield. Shouldn't be too bad. Hopefully this trailer looks good with this red paint. I think it's got some red writing on it somewhere, so we'll take a look when we pick it up. Right, where are we? Where are we? Down here. Yeah, it's got some red logos and stuff on. You see how tight that turning circle was then? It's really cool to drive. Should be okay. Nope. Back a bit. Nope. Yeah, there we go. Let's have a look at this thing. A shell. Yeah, it does look pretty good. It sort of fits. Well, it wouldn't look right if you had the fairing, but I have to say, if you're going for an oil tanker or something, yeah, this is probably the right cab to go for. It looks pretty good. It would have possibly looked better if I had a yellow wheel, or maybe a yellow paint and then the red, like, sort of hub covers, like I've got, but I'm not going to complain. It looks pretty nice, I have to say. See how it pulls. So it's 14 tons. I didn't go for the maximum engine. In fact, I'll check what engine I've got on so I can refer to it. So a 400 brake engine, I've just checked, and 6 speed with the 14 tons. Let's see how this pulls. I've noticed they pull very smooth, as I said. The Freightliners, quite a, they're a bit, as with most trucks, they're a bit, don't know, they seem a bit excited when they've got a trailer, is the best way I can describe it. But with the trailer, I think Freightliners are really smooth to drive and really quite relaxing. As you can see here, the sound of it, the way it's pulling, it's a gentle a bit of power, which I really like. It's so weird. This truck just then has gone from like a sort of go-kart on the streets when you haven't got a trailer to really relaxing drive, which I really do respect of this thing. And yeah, if that's sort of what you want, you get off the trailer, you're like, hey, where do we go? Or when you got your trailer, like, get down to work and stuff. I don't know what I'm on about, but yeah, it sort of feels that way. It's yeah, it's a really nice truck, I have to say. It drives one of the best driving trucks I've driven so far in American Truck Sim, if not the best, I have to say. And with a cab over, you can also use this. Remember using that front mirror to help. See how close you're getting. There you go. I mean, look how close. You can't do that with a bull-nosed truck. That's why you have that mirror down there as well, that wide angle mirror. Really helpful device with these cab overs. So, as I said, Freightliner and Daimler are together as a company. They joined together in May 1981, and yeah, Freightliner said it's one of the best things they ever did. When Daimler joined them, they completely refurbished their plants, repainted them, reorganised them, just made it a bit more neater. And in 1987, they released their new truck called the Freightliner FLB. So it was a completely aluminium body, I'm pretty sure, and it was restyled to, it was completely restyled to previous Freightliner trucks, and it also had an integrated sleeper like this. Oh, look at that! Oops. Flammable gas. Let's try not to crash. That's nice. Okay, Audi, you can go. What was on about? So yeah, it had an integrated sleeper, and it also had a raised roof, which was a, I believe it's an industry first at that time. So you could actually stand up in the truck, which is, yeah, as I said, it's an industry first at that time, and a lot of companies copied it. I mean, that truck that you can see in front of me, you could probably stand up in that. You can't stand up in this, but yeah, they did change that. So that is, again, Freightliner innovating stuff. Innovating the trucking world. Right, let's get going. Can't believe we haven't got out of Los Angeles yet. It's taking absolutely ages. Don't know what accent that was, but it's taking ages. Right, cash for cars. What is yours? Nice. Right, I think we're finally out of Las Vegas, Los Angeles. So yeah, the truck after that, the truck after the FLD was, yeah, many trucks in between, but in 2007, Freightliner released the Freightliner Cascadia. So that was, as I said, introduced in 2007, and yeah, we drove it on the 58-ton time lapse, as I said, and yeah, the cab structure was robotically assembled. So this meant just saying, the AI is getting worse. Just really, dude. So yeah, the quality was really uniform. It was, as I said, I think it was the first ever robotically assembled, fully assembled Freightliner ever. So that's kind of cool. If I've just made that up, I'm sorry, but yeah, it's a lot of quality. It was, as I said, not built by hand. Well, it's not handmade, so everything's uniform, and yeah, it's a really robust truck, let's say. So right now, Freightliner are in the middle of reducing their carbon footprint. They said by 2020 they also want to reduce the carbon footprint of their truck by their trucks by 20% by, as I said, by 2020. So that's quite a big challenge. I'll be interested to see in 2020 if I'm still doing YouTube, which I hope I am. If that's actually happened, and I do love looking around those poles like that. It's kind of cool. And another new thing that they're looking at is something called telematics. So it's sort of a GPS controlled thing. And so they're not only looking at the truck, but they're also looking at how they can provide services for the driver and the customer. So the telematics is sort of a computer that monitors the truck, and as I said, it also uses GPS to say where the truck is, and also provide factual info for the vehicle. So for instance, like fuel economy, for example, or maybe, I don't know, where the truck is on the job. So it would send information back to the supplier, or the guy who sorts everything out, that guy, yeah, send information to him, see where the trucks are, and sort of plan that. I know Eddie Stobart used something like that on their trackers. Yeah, I'm not sure if it's called telematics, I'm not too sure. But it's a really cool thing that Freightliner are coming into, which I do like. I'm so thirsty, though. I really want to drink my Fanta, and it'd be also nice to see the Eaton Fuller thing moving, but sadly not. Sadly not. Right, where are we? We have got 113 miles to do on Interstate 15 and then on to 58. So this is sort of going to be a test to see how well this truck does on here. 400 brake engine, 14 tons. I can't say it's not comfortable here, I can tell. See, it's struggling at 30 though in 5th. I have noticed this with the Freightliners, they don't have, even though they're extremely smooth with their power delivery, they don't have much, I don't know if they have much torque. It doesn't feel like it. It doesn't feel like it's applied in a, I don't know how to explain it, in a sustainable, could you say that? In a, I don't know, it doesn't feel organised, the power delivery of this thing. I don't know why. It just seems a bit, come on. It may be just a 400 brake engine, I'm not too sure, but it's not quick, I have to say. Right, see if we can get it up to 655. See how long this takes. It's already up to 45. It's not too bad, but it's lacking power, I think. It is 400. As I said, it may be just a 400, but I'm not too sure. Yeah, up to 55 now. So it's okay on there. Cruise control on. Not too sure if this truck could have cruise control, to be fair, but whatever, it's nice. And also, I put a map of Arizona in here, just saying, SCS, as I said. Where is Arizona? Right, turn it off. Right, let's test this retarder. Wow, it doesn't work. That retarder is rubbish. Do not use it. I'll test the engine brake next, I think, with that switch there. It'd be cool if you had a full cockpit of all this, with all the buttons working. And the thing is, when you switch truck, you'd have to buy a new cockpit, else it wouldn't feel right. And that could get expensive, but you could have a row of computers. It'd be cool, but yeah. See how this thing does in the desert. It's how a sort of a motorway run. Up a hill it struggles, but on the flat it's bearable, and then downhill you're completely fine. But let's see how we're doing in sort of more twisties. As I said, it was a bit like a go-kart, so it's usually quite good. They usually corner quite flat, these Freightliners, but we'll see. As I said, it's really hard to position this on the road consistently because of the really, I don't know how to describe it. It's really sensitive, the steering. It's 60 now. Seeing completely fine. It feels a bit top heavy, but that may be just the trailer. Up to 66 now. We're in 6th. Not too bad. I doubt this would be able to get up to the sort of the Nevada speed limit, so from 85 or so. It is struggling to get up to 70. Yeah, without blowing the engine up, I wouldn't really want to try, but it's not too bad. 75. See how it can take this corner. Yeah, really top heavy, really top heavy. It's alright up to about 55, and I can feel it bouncing, in fact. It feels a bit insecure at the top level, but brakes are weak. Brakes are weak. Yeah, the Freightliner isn't sort of, well, no truck is for sort of speed, but other trucks like the W900, for example, that feels very planted on the road. This sort of feels a bit light, a bit heavy, and it may be because of the short wheelbase. It may be because of that, but it feels a bit you know, sketchy in places, but it's alright. And if you just want a nice little workhorse that's a bit of fun, as I said, it's a great little mod for that. And yeah, I'd definitely be sticking this around in a California depot. I wouldn't be taking it up to Nevada. I'd be using something like a W900 there with a high brake engine. But it's nice, this thing. It is really nice. It's quite cute, I think. It's just overall a really nice mod. Right, you gotta stop. Right, where are we going? That was a nice short journey, wasn't it? At the chemical factory. I love this place. Even at night when it lights up, it's so detailed and feels like a James Bond villain base. It's really nice at night to visit. Right, where are we parking? Up here. Right, round the back it looks like. Let's see what this thing's like to park. With the short wheelbase, it probably will confuse me. Like being in an American truck and having the wheelbase this short, it's probably going to be difficult to park. Right, that's quite a difficult spot between two trailers. Right, see how good these mirrors are. They are quite, they fit really nicely between sort of the window divider there. So that's a really nice touch there. It doesn't cut in like some other trucks do. Right, let's try and focus this in. You know, it changes its ways really quickly. Right, concentrate mode on. I don't know why I'm zooming into the screen in real life. Not zooming in, but leaning forward. I really do need to work on my reversing skills. That was rather messy. It is messing with my head, this thing. I thought it would be. A little bit of lock. Okay, start coming over. Right, gently come over, push that round, straighten that up. The good thing about this truck is that you can make really quick corrections. Like that. Is that even straight? Yeah, it's pretty straight. I'll take that if they're happy with it. Right, we need brake. And lights off. Like that. Nice detail. Right. An excellent delivery. It's a pretty excellent truck, to be fair. As I said, I do really like this thing. But if you do want to give it a try, the link to it will be in my mod spreadsheet, which is in the link in the description. If you want to download the music that was used in the intro, the link is in the description. And you see that like thing with the thumbs up, please click it, because well, if you like the video, it'd be always nice to leave a like. Try and spread the video about, and why not share it with your friends, and why not subscribe for more videos like this if you're new to the channel. And yeah, nothing else to say but thank you for watching, and I will see you very soon. Goodbye, guys.